Good morning, REMAX Equity Group.
Morning.
Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Kyle, for some fun music and a great slideshow. That was super cool. Welcome and thanks for making it a priority to attend this morning's meeting. We're so glad that you are all here. We have over, gosh, it looks like 225 participants. That's not too bad on such short notice. So we do appreciate all of your time. In order to have an exceptional experience, I think today would be best if you switch your screen view to speaker so that whenever our guest speakers are talking, you'll be able to see them front and center. Make sure everyone is muted so that we can enjoy what we have for today. Is everyone seeing speaker? Great. That is fantastic. So we're going to have an opportunity for some question and answers towards the end, if there are any. Kyle and I will be monitoring the chat box if there's questions there, so we'll keep you posted. But if we had a stage, I would now ask Chad Auctioner to join me. So Chad, will you join me on the virtual stage? And it's all yours.
Okay, absolutely, Lori. Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm Zooming from snowy Colorado. We are having some snow. I'm watching it snow at our Rockies right now at my office window. It's so good to see so many familiar faces. For those of you who are maybe newer, since I haven't been to Portland in a while, thank you. I hung my Blazer jersey up for all of you as well. For those of you who don't know, I'm Chad Auctioner, and my father, Chuck, and I have owned REMAX Equity Group now for going on our 5th year, which is hard to believe. In the 5 years that we've owned the company, we know that you guys have seen so many positive changes. From our incredible leadership team, hello, managing brokers and staff, to hiring some folks to help you guys with marketing, with IT, hello, Harlan, and now social media. We've made improvements to almost every location. Broadway, you guys are next. And we're really proud, obviously, of the building that we built in Vancouver. And of course, it has to go, I have to say that, you know, the leadership that we have found in Lori Thiel over the past 3 years has just been incredible. So Chuck and I were constantly looking for ways to improve the company and to improve and enhance all of your lives. We do care about you and want you guys to have just great success in this industry. For those of you who are involved and actively involved in the REMAX network and go to R4 and reach out for referrals, I know many of you have been the recipient of referrals, hopefully from Colorado, from Alliance. I think one of the great things about the REMAX system is to be able to share and collaborate and learn from our peers. And so whenever I'm at an event, I make it a point to seek out the best within REMAX, the best broker owners who are doing some really phenomenal things. And I make a point to sit by them at lunch or at a session and ask questions and learn. And so over the years, we have admired and gotten to know very well James O'Brien and his team at REMAX Gold, or REMAX Gold Nation. James and REMAX Gold, you're going to be hearing from shortly, have created a Western regional powerhouse within the REMAX system, all throughout California, into Nevada, and Arizona. We have admired them, watched them grow, watched their systems, their tools, their technology. And so the first announcement today is that we are really excited to let you all know that you are now going to be a part of REMAX Gold Nation. We are aligning with REMAX Gold, and Chuck and I have sold a percentage to James O'Brien and team at REMAX Gold Nation. We know there'll be some questions and answers later, but first question, we are not changing the name. We will always be RE/MAX Equity Group. You're a fantastic, well-reputable establishment in Portland and Vancouver. So I'll just hit that one right away. No name change. The second announcement, which we're so excited about as well, as you guys know, Lori Thiel is one of the best. From her leadership at PMAR recently, she led this company through 2020 and COVID. She's creative. She's passionate about Equity Group, about the industry. I think she's a visionary. And of course, we all know that she's a very kind leader. From the very beginning of Chuck and I getting to know Lori and making the decision that she needs to be the president of RE/MAX Equity Group, I believe it was after a dinner in Portland that we left and we were driving back to our hotel and we said, you know, having local leadership, having Lori as a broker owner partner would really make a lot of sense for Equity Group, for the realtors to be able to say locally owned. And so the announcement number 2, we have also sold a percentage of RE/MAX Equity Group to Lori Thiel. Congratulations, Lori. Chuck might be joining this call later. I said, you know, this is kind of like your retirement party, Chuck. I'm going to miss his partnership but we're still lucky to have his wisdom and counsel and advice. But I am so excited for all of you and what this is going to mean for RE/MAX Equity Group, for the referrals that are going to occur, the collaboration, some additional technology and support. So congratulations to my new partners, James O'Brien and his team at RE/MAX Gold, and to Lori Thiel.
Thank you, Chad. You have said some amazingly kind words and some super important words, that alignment is important, being with the best is important. And with that note, I will pass it over to, I want you all to meet James O'Brien, our new partner that we are so closely aligned with, that will help us help you improve your lives and improve your real estate business. So James, I offer the stage up to you.
Thank you, Lori. I really appreciate that. And it is such an honor and a pleasure to be in partnership with you, Lori, and with you, Chad, and our mutual company families. So with that, I'm going to introduce Keith Ard. Keith is the president of RE/MAX Gold Nation for Northern California and for Nevada. And Keith, why don't you share a little bit about who we have brought with us today to visit with the new crew?
Absolutely, James. Good morning. So honored to be here. So excited about this announcement and what the future holds. James said I am the president of Northern California and Nevada. I've been with the organization for 17 years. I've watched much of our progression over the last 17 years right from the inside. And what I will tell you is it's been exciting because we focus on 2 things, always have and always will: the agent and helping the agent focus on the consumer. And so we are so excited that as we are all living in or around ground zero, if you will, of the migration opportunity of our current marketplace, it is going to be so exciting to watch what is already happening between the states of California and Nevada and Arizona now extend into the Pacific Northwest. One of my favorite parts of the country, by the way. So now I have a real reason to go visit once in a while, places that I love to go for vacation, but I'll have a business reason to go once in a while. And I'll look forward someday to shaking many or all of your hands as we come back together. But we're excited to have the executive team here with you today. I'd like to take a moment and introduce them to you. We have all worked together for a number of years, but you're going to get to know us distantly over time as we come alongside Lori and help wherever we can, because that's what we're here to do, is help. So Pat Mackin, I'd like to introduce Pat Mackin. Pat, if you would share a little bit about yourself this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for RE/MAX Gold. in a way, I feel like I'm going home. I was born and raised in Seattle and spent many, many, many years in the Pacific Northwest. The other thing I would point out to you is that the executives of this company, myself included, are all licensed realtors. We understand what you do. We've been there. We've done it. And we believe that's extremely important to you as in your growth and how you prosper going forward. So again, welcome to Gold Nation.
Thank you, Pat. Now, a bit confusing, so we have decided a few years ago how to clarify. So I am NorCal Keith, but I'm honored to introduce to you SoCal Keith, our president of Southern California and Arizona, Keith Myers.
Well, thank you, Keith. Yeah, that is my name, SoCal Keith. My name's Keith Myers. I'm the president of RE/MAX One in Southern California and into Arizona. Just briefly, you don't want to hear too much about me, but I've been doing this way over 30 years, an owner for more than 25 years. We became part of the RE/MAX system from an independent back in the year 2000. And about 6 years ago, my partner retired. And at that time, I really wanted to ramp up and start returning to a growth status. Somebody that I admired since I started at RE/MAX virtually the first week is James O'Brien. I reached out to him. I saw that they had bounced off the bottom where the recession hit us and were mowing and blowing and growing. So I said, hey, how you doing it? He invited me up. We created a nice relationship that led to about 3 years ago being a partnership in the southern part of Gold Nation. In that time, we've grown from 5 offices and about 180 agents to 18 offices and over 500 agents. We grew from about $1 billion to now over $3 billion in the South and growing. And what I want to share with all of you here is that when an announcement like this happens, you think, so what's in it for me? How's this going to change my life? I just want to leave you with a simple phrase, which is, it's just plus. That's what I can tell you happened when we joined with Gold Nation. Your leaders are going to have access to great leadership with ideas and support and things to bring to you. The referral network, the scale that we have, and your story. You now are going to be able to say that you're part of the #1 RE/MAX in the world. I won't steal a thunder from some of the other things that others will share with you, but I'm really excited that now we have a powerhouse and equity group to the north to join Gold Nation. And I'm committed to do all I can to make sure that you feel welcome and that you have a partner in Southern California and in Arizona. And if you ever need anything, that I am here to serve you as well. So thank you very much. Congratulations and welcome to the team.
Thanks, Keith. In the Bay Area of Northern California, I'd like to introduce to you the president of the Bay Area Broker of Record, Tim Yee. Tim, if you could say a little bit about yourself, if you're on.
Keith, it doesn't look like Tim is on.
Okay, well, Tim Yee is our broker of record and president in the Bay Area. You will meet Tim. He's a wonderful person. He's been with the organization since the beginning. So he's a wealth of knowledge, and you'll enjoy his energy as well. I'm now honored to introduce our Vice President of Operations, Stephanie Flood.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Keith. My name is Stephanie Flood. I'm our Vice President of Operations. I have been fortunate enough to be with Gold Nation for 24 years now. So I joined the company as an administrator when we had 3 offices and 75 agents. And I'm just incredibly proud to have partnered with our agents and our leadership as we have grown over the years, and have really admired your organization and what you have done. Loved the slides at the beginning, and I want to share something about Gold Nation that I see that we all have in common, of course, with seeing the incredible generosity and the philanthropy of your company in the slides at the beginning. Our organization partners, of course, with Children's Miracle Network, as many RE/MAX companies do, and we've been working that relationship when we started with 3 hospitals across our footprint. And as we have grown, we now support 8 hospitals and kids and families across a much broader area. And in just over 5 years, our agents donated over $1.2 million to give back to those kids. So I love to be able to share that generosity and to be able to work with all of you as we have that common goal of giving back and being a strong partner in each of our communities. So I look forward to getting to meet all of you sometime soon, and welcome to Gold Nation.
Thanks, Stephanie. And finally, our broker of record in Northern California and Vice President of Professional Development, I'd like to introduce Anthony James to you.
All right, thank you, Keith. Well, good morning, everyone. Honored to be here. Thank you for having us. Excited about the new partnership. Again, my name is Anthony James. I'm the Vice President of Professional Development and Broker of Record for RE/MAX Gold here in Northern California. Started in the business back in 2002 as an agent, spent the first decade in sales and production, and then transitioned into leadership about 8 years ago. I ran offices, branches, markets, regions, and then stepped into the broker role about 3 years ago. I kind of lead up a big part of the development pillar within the organization. So all things professional development, we have a training and development banner that we call MEC, Motivate, Educate, Collaborate. And tomorrow we have an event on the second Wednesday of every month. We have something called MEC Wednesdays. And tomorrow's special guest is a gentleman by the name of Michael Hellickson. He's the president and founder of Club Wealth, which is a coaching and consulting firm for real estate agents. So we're going to be talking to Michael tomorrow. I believe everyone is going to get a welcome email by the end of today with some additional information from the company and also a registration link for tomorrow's event if you're interested and want to join and kind of see a little bit about how we do things on the development front. That's happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'd love to see you there virtually, of course. And again, welcome to Gold Nation. And I hope to also shake some hands with many or all of you in the near future.
Thanks, Anthony. Well, team, we're so excited to be here, and thank you for having us today. I'll leave this thought, and I'll hand it back to you, James, and that is that we are now a community of over 2,750 valued relationships. And we truly do value every relationship, and we look forward to getting to know you. Those 2,750 valued relationships sell over $15.3 billion current in sales volume. So it makes us just an incredible, unstoppable force of potential in the western part of the United States. So honored to be here. Thank you for having us. And James, I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you, Keith. I am so immensely proud of the leadership crew of Gold Nation, and so immensely proud of our new relationships, which we have been cultivating and working on and working with over the last several months. A lot of times when new marriages such as this happen, the question that I'm asked and asked consistently is, what was the motivational or the driving force in the conversation? What was it that Chad and Chuck and Lori and James talked about as we began to forge this new relationship? So I want to share with you, all 241 people on this call right now, that it wasn't about profit, although profit is certainly good, and it wasn't about the colossus that is Gold Nation, although it is a juggernaut and it is extraordinary. It was all about, and consistently about, how do we use the relationship to help the agent population of RE/MAX Equity Group. As Keith Ard has mentioned, and I know Lori mentions on a regular basis, there is one priority in our lives, and that's you. You as the agents are absolutely the foundation of pretty much everything that we do. Pat Mackin, our COO, mentioned that we have all been agents at one time or another. That is foundational in our thinking. So every decision we make, every conversation we have, revolves around not what's best for an ivory tower, but what is best for you, the agent, when working with a client. And we are just incredibly proud that this relationship had that commonality. And if it hadn't had that commonality, it never would have happened. So I welcome you to our organization as the most important members of Gold Nation. When I was a kid, a few years ago, we would take annual vacations to visit my grandparents in the Midwest. Some of them lived in Kansas, some of them lived in Illinois. And on our way to Illinois, we would go through Missouri, and it was impressed upon me at a very early age, and then impressed upon me in an unair conditioned car with 90% humidity and 98-degree temperatures over and over again every summer. It was impressed upon me that Missouri, as we would cross it, is the show me state. I always liked that. And I always have believed organizationally that it's our obligation not just to tell you things and to make you promises, but to show you and to show you every single day that the commitment that we talk about is the commitment that we take seriously and that we fulfill. So beginning today, it is my expectation of Gold Nation that we will honor Lori and Chad and Chuck's faith in us as a partner to make sure that we are showing you the value of this relationship. You know, I think there's a natural skepticism that comes with being great entrepreneurs. And that's really what we are. We're a community of great entrepreneurs. There's a natural skepticism that comes along with that, where it's just natural to look for the value in everything and in anything. And when a new partnership or a new merger is created, the natural position of all of you on the call and the 150 or so people who will hear about this later, the natural expectation is to think, okay, it sounds pretty good, but let's see how it happens and what happens. And I want you all to know that everybody you've heard from today so far, and those you have not yet heard from, are going to stand behind of this process and show you every day, every week, every month, every year, that your lives will be made better because of this relationship. And you have our absolute commitment on that. So you're now part of the #1 RE/MAX organization in the world, which is, for me, it's a career lifelong aspiration to be able to help to create that environment for all of you. And I look forward to, the magic that you will be able to create with that in your arsenal, with that in your professional practice bag as you compete in an extraordinarily competitive market. I look forward to how you can use that which we are building and will continue to build together to build your businesses individually. We're here for you. We're committed to you. I am honored to be here. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited about this meeting and about seeing all of you. I tuned in early. I heard the magnificent playlist, I think, thanks to Kyle, I think. Did Kyle choose that? I'm going to just assume he did. I could not be more excited about this. This is an epic event. It's an epic event within the industry, and it certainly is an epic event within the RE/MAX part of our industry. Welcome to Gold Nation. And with that, I'm going to turn it back to the president of RE/MAX Equity Group, proud to say my partner, Lori.
Thank you, James. It is amazing to be in such alignment with another company that has the strength and the desire to meet the agents where they are and lift them up and create better lives and businesses for everyone. That is part of why this partnership will be so immensely successful. And we're just super proud. I'm super proud. My real estate journey started 29 years ago with a RE/MAX associates office in Tualatin, and we merged with Equity Group, and we merged back with RE/MAX, and it has been an amazing ride. And this is my forever company, and I'm so glad to be a part of it in such an impactful way. So I thank all of you for your amazing comments that you've offered in the chat. As Anthony said, there's an MEC event tomorrow that you can join in. I think that's the first step in showing you how the Gold Nation combination will be an asset and advantage for you in the marketplace. Can we mention first.io today? Is that something we could talk about as showing them how it could make a difference for them?
Absolutely. I can talk about that for a minute if we'd like.
That would be awesome, Stephanie. Thank you.
Of course. So I know that in all of our markets, we are facing an inventory shortage and constantly looking for the way to get that next listing to market as quickly as possible. And so you may have heard about the tool that RE/MAX has that they rolled out at R4 in 2020, yes, that's called First.io. So this is the app. You download it to your phone. You pay an annual subscription. We'll get to that. It's $465 right now. It does all the work. So if you don't have a really detailed database file, the app takes the contacts in your phone, does all of the work through 700 data points in the background, and then it comes back to you and says that it has rated your contacts for you to tell you who you should be contacting, who is most likely to sell their home. So that way you can look at your database, know where to best spend your time, and with whom you should be reaching out the soonest. But there's always that inevitable awkwardness of, oh goodness, what do I say to this person? I haven't talked to this person in 5 years. Oh my gosh, I'm going to call up and say, do you want to sell your house with me? I don't think that works very well. First, we'll give you suggested messaging, email, text, phone calls. It'll write the text for you, for goodness sake. You can hit to go through, it'll take you to the text app and send it when you hit send. It is fantastic, absolutely changes things for RE/MAX agents exclusively to be able to build our listing inventory. So as part of Gold Nation, so we talked about that $465 annual price, which still seems like a bargain considering you're going to get at least one listing out of this. But as part of Gold Nation, the special pricing is only $299 if you want to pay upfront. We have options for you to pay out of a closing as well for $349, or if you want to pay out of 4 closings at $99 each. So we have specially negotiated pricing because we know that this is the tool that is going to take all of our agents to the next level and be able to get listings in such a challenged market. So that email that you're going to get from us later, it's a welcome email to give you some really important links to information about Gold Nation. It will have the invitation to join our MEC tomorrow. It will have links to the special First.io flyer. And if you have 2 minutes and you want to watch an amusing commercial that we made about First.io, the link for that will be there as well. But I encourage you just to save that email because those links will be really useful. And you should get that early this afternoon delivered to you directly.
I just have a question, Stephanie. Who's in the commercial?
Anthony and I are the actors in the commercial. So like I say, it's amusing. It's 2 minutes. If you're not familiar with the app, it does a really good job of illustrating exactly the pain that can be created if you're potentially not reaching out to past clients of that grief that we have felt inevitably when we drive by a home that we have listed or sold in the past and there's another sign in the yard. Ugh, like a stab in the heart. So we did a commercial about how to solve that challenge.
Fantastic. So I hope you can see that there are 2 points this morning already that have connected us to Gold Nation. So we're still RE/MAX Equity Group. We are still the strong, powerful brand of RE/MAX in the Pacific Northwest, Southwest Washington, and Portland. And now we have Gold Nation as our partner. And the MEC event tomorrow, the amazing pricing of First.io. I mean, I agree, Stephanie, I thought it was a bargain at $465. You know, you get one listing, you've paid for it 10 times over. And, you know, I'm not actively listing and selling, but if I'm going to promote something to our company, I want to understand how it works, what's the ease of use. So I downloaded it a few weeks ago. And I just did it from my contacts out of my phone. And it cleaned everything up. It took out most of the realtors that I knew in my database. And then it offered me up who I needed to talk to. And what's been amazing about it is I've connected with some friends that I haven't talked to in a couple of years, which is bad on my part. But it was excellent because you're right. It gave me the text message to send right to them. And it was just so easy and fun. And connecting with our database and our sphere, we know that's the easiest way, and yet we find reasons not to do it every day. So this makes it super simple, 5-10 minutes a day and you're done. So thank you for that. You will all receive the email. Once the email comes out, we'll make sure we post the information in the My Equity app so that you all have access to it. For those of you, Gary Horton asked a great question. What happens if you've already paid for it? Same thing, you can send an email to, is it first@norcalgold.com, or I think Stephanie's gonna put it in the chat. There you go. And you can just tell them that you've already signed up and they will work out that refund for the difference. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much to Gold Nation for allowing us that opportunity. And I'm not sure what else there is to say, although I do think Keith Ard, I think Tim Yee has joined us. Do we want to give him an introduction or?
Sure, absolutely. So Tim, we introduced you earlier, but Tim, tell us a little bit about your amazing background with the company and what you do.
Hi guys, sorry I was late. I had a little agent emergency that I had to deal with. Those come up every once in a while. I am the original broker of record for RE/MAX Gold. We started 27 years ago, and I run the Bay Area now, which is a hotbed of referrals for all you people in the Pacific Northwest. I recommend that you get in touch with me and we'll hook you up with great agents down here if you have anybody in the San Francisco Bay Area or anywhere on the peninsula. And like I told your managers yesterday, I have a little bit of history with Portland. I love Portland. When I was 15 years old, I hitchhiked to Portland because I wanted just to check it out. And I lived on Southwest Morrison for a few months and grew to love that town. I was only there for a short time, but have fond memories of Portland, and I'm looking forward to revisiting in the very near future. And I'm so sorry I was late. I'm so happy to be working with Lori and the rest of you. Look forward to meeting you all very, very soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. I just think that's such a great story, and it's such a small world, right? We all discover that it's a small world, even when we thought it's such a great big world. So we have our partners in RE/MAX Gold and California, Nevada, Arizona. We've also got our partners in Colorado with Alliance. So there's just a wealth of opportunity. You've all been chatting a lot about referrals. We're going to make it easier for those referral connections. Watch in your My Equity app. What's really great is Alliance has the My Alliance app and Gold has Gold Connect, which is the same Yapmo app. And we will do some cross-sharing for referrals through those networks and those channels. So look for that to happen. Chad, do you have any final words for our folks here today?
No, just good to see everybody. Just to reiterate some things that have already been said, I think all of this is just a huge plus. It's a huge addition for all of you. Welcome RE/MAX Gold. Welcome Lori. Congratulations. Great to see everybody. And thanks for your time.
Thank you, Chad. It is amazing. And I appreciate the opportunity. Never did I think that, broker ownership was in my future. And with the grace of Chad and Chuck talking to me about it, and then James coming alongside of us, it's meant to be. And I think for so many of our agents here at Equity Group, local ownership is important to them. And we're going to have that now again. And yet such a widespread, I feel like we're eagles. Aren't they just the most majestic birds? And here we are, ready to fly and just soar and be the best that we can be. So James, any final words before we let everyone go?
I'm so proud of myself, Lori. I didn't speak a single time on mute today. So this is a sign. This is a sign of the spectacular future that we're going to share together. I want to just reiterate what you said. RE/MAX Equity Group is locally led, locally owned, and backed by Gold Nation. There's not a better combination. Best brand in the world, best purveyor of that brand in the world, led by Lori. We are going to just accomplish at an extraordinary level together. And I am so proud to be part of it. And thank you so much for the gracious welcome of the Gold Nation family into your family.
Fantastic. Kyle, you did mention in the chat box one more thing, which I do think is important to mention. So Stephanie Flood and Anthony James are not only commercial stars, they host a podcast called the Juggernaut Podcast, which as you get to know RE/MAX Gold, you'll hear that word a lot because this entire system is a juggernaut. And they have a podcast. So you should favorite that. You should take a listen. There's an interview, one of their podcasts. They do some amazing interviews, but one of them, they interviewed James, and you can get to know James a little bit better that way. So thank you, Stephanie, for posting that in the chat. And I would open it up. I mean, are there any general questions that we could answer for you right now? I know there's a lot to consume, a lot of information. You could try the raise hand feature, or, you know, if we're not too crazy, you could unmute and ask your question. But your managers are here to help you. We are here, as you know. I answer my phone, I check my emails, text, direct messages, whatever it is. We're here to support you. So with that, I think you've all done a great job today being here. Here we are still at 223 people, which is amazing. You guys are amazing. Enjoy the amazing weather and let us know what we can do for you. Go RE/MAX Equity Group and Gold Nation.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, I think we're gonna sign off. Thanks, everybody. Bye.